Welcome to Tough Talk Media, where real conversations shape real impact. Join us as we dig deeper into thought-provoking perspectives that challenge, inform, and inspire action. Subscribe today and be part of the conversation.
For years, the communities of Katsina's frontline local government areas have lived under terror of bandits. Farmers have abandoned their farms and families displaced. Kidnapping for ransom remains a daily occurrence, and millions of naira paid to secure freedom for kidnapped victims. But now, normalcy is expected to return to these communities following a new peace agreement entered into with the bandits. Initially, the state government said it was not part of the agreement, that it was a community-based peace agreement. Later, the government admitted that it was ready to negotiate with the bandits. This is Merwa in Faskari local government area, one of the many communities plunged into this persistent crisis.
Har ta kai da rana ma ake zuwa. Har ta kai dai kusan dukkan mutane suka tashi. Da yana jin ƙauyukan da suka tashi suna da yawa a ƙasar. Gaskiya a lokacin dare da rana akwai hari. Nan garin ma kusan ba ka iya fita da ka fita garin nan ba ka kai daga garicin gari zuwa yara can ka ga can to gaskiya sai da ka ji an ɗauki mutum ko an harbi mutum.
Personal stories of abduction have become almost a daily experience.
Amma gaskiya ko ma'ina ban so ya je gurin nan tsakanina ga Allah kawa. Duka kap ga kwanciya ba su a daure mana hannaye da ta baya ake daure mana hannaye daga nan za a daure mana kafafuwa idan suka kulle mu ba su ƙara kwanciya mu hashe wata yamma tayi idan za su ba mu abinci tuwo suke ba mu tuwon dawa ne daga gishiri he kuka suke ba mu dan ko magi gaskiya babu a ciki.
Wani lokaci muna zaune gindan masallaci sai aka ce mu ga barayi sun fito. So before mu tashi kawai sai muka ji harbi ta ko'ina ba ta da ma mu mun ga masu harbin ba saboda wanda ya ce ma ya gan ɗaya daga cikinsu saboda irin yanayin yadda aka rice mu a wurin ba mu iya tantance cewa ga wanda ya harbe mu saboda suna da yawa. So a bisa hanyar mu ta escaping suka yi man harbi guda biyu, ɗaya a nan hannu gashi nan ɗaya kuma a cinyata.
The financial and psychological toll of this event has crippled these communities.
Ni na shiga hannunsu haso na shiga hannunsu ɗauka na farko wanda tun hawan Buhari na farko an ɗauke ni sai da aka yi miliyan 2.5 na gane gida. Na zo wannan tenuwar ta ƙarshe ta wannan masari ita ma an ɗauke ni sai da aka yi miliyan 5.5 na gane gidana.
To understand this conflict, one must look back. For generations, the Hausa farming communities and the Fulani herders lived side by side peacefully. But climate change, population growth, and competition over dwindling fertile land and water resources gradually began to fuel tensions. However, what started as clashes over resources was brutally exploited by criminal elements. Grievances were weaponized, self-defense groups morphed into criminal gangs, retaliatory attacks spiraled into a full-blown crisis of banditry, leading to the killing of thousands, the destruction of properties, and millions displaced from their homes.
Bahilla ce da Bahaushe zaman lahiya aka zo aka haɗa mu hituna saboda mi bahilla ce yana da shanu muna noma muna zaman lahiya to an zo an haɗa mu haɗa ina noma ina kiwo mu da mu me muke takama da shi arewa.
The government's response often involved military deployment, which provided temporary relief but failed to address the root causes. Previous amnesty programs collapsed, leaving communities skeptical of any new peace deal. This current agreement is being hailed by many. It was brokered locally The government claimed the bandits reached out for the peace deal, while locals, out of exhaustion, are left with no option. There have been troubling reports indicating a shift in the bandits' activities. The bandits appear to have redirected their attacks toward the remaining communities that did not sign the peace agreement. Notably, the communities of Kankia and Cherenchi local government areas are now bearing the brunt of these renewed hostilities. But this very agreement is a source of deep anger and suspicion for others. For victims who have lost everything, the idea of negotiating with their tormentors feels like a betrayal. The skepticism is fueled by bold acts of provocation. The bandits' argument, as relayed by community leaders, is that they were victimized and should be allowed to reconcile locally. But without disarmament, the threat remains.
Ni a ɗan hasashe na a tunanina suna ganin kamar irin lokacin siyasa ya zo da sauransu za su yi amfani da wannan damar saboda su te su yi al'amuran siyasansu da sauransu ba tare da wani abin nan ba.
For now, the farms of Meruwa, Damusa, Dutsenma, Kurfi and Birchi are accessible again. The markets are open and normal daily life restored for many. With this peace agreement, the people are caught between the trauma of the past and an uncertain future. But whether the peace turns out to be a lasting one depends on whether their leaders can move beyond disagreements and build a peace that takes into account justice, disarmament, and genuine reconciliation for all.
Stay informed, stay inspired, stay tuned to Tough Talk Media, where real conversations shape real impact. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more thought-provoking discussions. Thanks for watching.